Happy Friday. Welcome to See You in the AM. Great to be with you. First, want to thank all those people that joined us last night on the new time for the Closer Connection. And again, hopefully that is something that will grow and people will start remembering the time and they're able to join us live versus seeing it later. I know a lot of people watch it after the fact. That's the purpose of why we started doing it at a much later time, not midday for most people. So definitely tune in. Next week, again, we're going to try that for 8 o'clock Eastern Time, that's PM, and we'll take it from there. So I wanted to wrap up the week. We've been talking all week on goal setting and goal achievement. A critical topic. I mean, again, it's the end of the year. We're setting goals for 2017 if they're not already done. But this is a topic that's not just pertinent to now. It's a topic that is pertinent to every moment of every day throughout the year and throughout our lives. So, I really do encourage people not just to participate in it now, been giving assignments over the past couple days. Again, this is something that you should be actively engaged with at all times. Be focused on your goals, be focused on that plan that you come up with, and again, the action and accomplishments which comes along with that, whether it's immediate term, like our assignment from yesterday, just a quick review, was to create an immediate term goal for yesterday or a very short period of time, something that you want to accomplish, and go through that cycle, which is the creation of it, the documentation, going ahead and doing the planning with the WWW approach, and then going from there and putting into action, and again, the accountability as well as the awareness to make sure that you are successful in achieving the goal. So I'm hoping that many people did so already. I know that it's only 24 hours later from when people first saw this video and they had the assignment. So again, I'm hoping that people have had the opportunity to do so and experience the greatness that comes along with goal accomplishment. And that's really what we're going to be talking about today, which is the conclusion of these 4 days. We've talked about the creation, the documentation, the planning, putting into action, the awareness, the accountability, but we have 2 more stages that are critical to understand. Number 1, first and foremost, before we can get into the success and the accomplishment, we have to talk about perseverance, the never quit attitude. Again, if you came up with something as a goal just because things aren't going your way, things are becoming more challenging, or say hurdles, obstacles, whatever term you want to use for it, that doesn't mean that you should stop going after your goal. You had a dream, which you formulated into a goal, have a plan. All it means is you might need to adjust. You might need to take a step back to move forward, etc. But never ever quit on your goals. I mean, they're there for a reason. You cared enough about them to create them. Just because of a little bit of an obstacle does not mean that you should ever stop moving towards that goal. But just like we talk about in the past, it's important to learn from what most would perceive as failures. They're not failures at all. They're just an opportunity for us to learn, for us to grow, to understand what we can do differently so we can adjust that plan like we talked about with accountability, the ability to adjust and shift on the go. So therefore you will be successful in accomplishing your goal. So that is the first aspect of what we want to talk about prior to success, which is that perseverance. Sometimes things don't go exactly as planned. You gotta keep on plugging away, not repeating the same thing over because that's insanity, but on the other hand, making the adjustments, like we said, to accomplish your goal. The last part of goal setting and achievement is the achievement itself. That's the great part. That's success. Why is success so important? Is because, again, the feeling that comes along with it. When you achieve goals or accomplish your goals, and for many people exceed those things, if you reflect back on it, I mean, that feeling is empowering. It's exhilarating. So many other wonderful words that we could talk about with it. But again, there is no greater feeling in life than accomplishment. So again, I don't need to really say much about it, but that's the end goal. It's like a drug. It feeds more goal setting, more goal achievement, more success, more growth, all of these wonderful things. So that's what our goal is, to reach that point. And once we do, that's going to fuel other goals as well. Before we wrap up goal setting, I want to just cover something I've covered in the past on a couple live videos, which is really the 2 approaches to goal settings. We never talked about that at all, but they're both good, but very different psychology as far as what's behind them, and you need to find what works best for you. There's the 2 approaches, which are the Brian Tracy, the Zig Ziglar, as far as the people I follow most, and their goal setting mentality, which is you set your goals high, but I mean, not like out of this world kind of high, but achievable levels. They're going to take hard work. They're going to take, great efforts. But we do that so we will accomplish those goals, providing we do all those things I just mentioned. Why? So we can feel what we just talked about, that success, that feeling of accomplishment. There's the other school of goal setting, which is a la the Grant Cardones of the world, the 10x everything, be obsessed kind of a version. And that's where you're setting astronomical goals. I mean, goals that are bigger than your dreams, even if that's possible. And the idea behind it is that you're going to put those kind of efforts forth to reach it, but even if you don't reach that end result, you are going to get awfully close to it and really excel along the way and have tremendous amount of accomplishment as well along the way. Very different psychologies. You got to find what works the best for you. Again, everyone works differently. Everyone's makeup is slightly different, and you got to toy with both of them. No better way to do so than doing intermediate or immediate term goals. Even you'll go really short term and just test it out. Throw out there a high but achievable goal. Throw out there another one and plan for these things and put them into action like we talked about, and throw out another one that's just astronomical. And take both approaches. See what you're feeling afterwards. See, are you uplifted when you've reached that goal that was a high goal and encouraged to do more? Or were you more motivated by that one that's crazy, lofty, obsessed type goal? And that's what made you tick. You got to find what works for you. Thank God there's many options out there for you, so you will be successful. We're going to wrap things up today, get us started on Friday, right before the holidays. Before I get into the quote, I did want to wish everyone Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Festivus, if you're a Seinfeld fan. Whatever holiday you are celebrating at this time, it's the season of holidays, being with your family. I hope everyone has a wonderful, warm, family-filled holiday season. We'll be back again next week before New Year's, so I don't need to wish you Happy New Year's yet. But again, happy holiday season to everyone, and Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, etc. I'm going to end with a quote from an athlete, someone that I have a lot of respect for because of what he accomplished. And he didn't just do it in one sport. He did it in multiple sports and was great at both. And he's someone that truly had some very high goals. Many people might not be familiar with or as familiar with Bo Jackson. He was from my youth. And being an exceptional athlete, dual sport in baseball as well as in football. So just a quick quote from him that is tied directly to what we're talking about here today. And he says, set your goals high and don't stop until you get there. Wanted to end with that because, again, persistence, perseverance, drive, that's what being successful is about. Never give up. Keep on going. Keep on crushing it. Keep on fighting to be successful. You'll be successful. Have an awesome day, a wonderful holiday, and I'll look forward to being with you next Monday. See you in the AM then. Take care.